Hi everyone, I welcome you to my YouTube channel, Yoga with Shivani. My name is Shivani, and today's short video, roughly around 10 to 12 minutes long, I will be guiding you through a practice, simple, strong, that will energize you and get your day started with more energy, more mindfulness, and all the good things that yoga brings into our lives. So let's begin. Yoga is, remembering, it is a practice, 99% practice, like it says, and 1% theory. All right, so let's come into our practice by having your feet comfortably wide apart. Now, focus on lifting your toes up first, right? You really want to make the connection with your feet. Very important are our toes, are our ankles. So press into your feet and keep your toes lifted and create a lot of space, just like in your fingers. You really want to feel the stretch in between. And then begin to rest your toes, press your toes. Stomach muscles active, lengthening through your lower back, hands in prayer position, namaste. Interlock your fingers, try to push your hands in downward direction. Stretch your hands forward. Give yourself a moment here. Try not to rush into the practices. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, relax your hands, right? So from the other side, it will look something like that. Bring your hands. Inhaling, slowly stretching your arms up. Exhale, stand. Now we can do this something like that, or by shifting the weight forward in your toes, lifting your heels up, stretching your arms up, looking forward and down. And connect your mind to your big toe, right? So you really want to press that big toe. Exhale, stand. Let's repeat 3 times. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, stand. Focus on your breathing. Inhale, second count. Exhale, 2. One more time. Breathe in, hold, exhale, relax. Keep your feet slightly closer or a little wider. Just notice how you are feeling. And then begin to bring your hands in namaste. Begin to inhale, stretch your arms up, and pull your hands in upward direction. Notice if the stomach muscles are inactive, which means if the stomach is kind of coming forward and the hips are kind of butting backward, draw the lower belly in and stretch your arms all the way up. Hold the position, then shift the weight a little forward. Reach your hands further high, right? Create more space in your spine, and then try to reach your hands up and back, opening your chest, your shoulders, and pressing into your feet. Exhale, bend your knees enough to bring your fingers to your toes. Now, fingers to your mat, you can bend the knees as much as you would like. Right leg steps back. If the hands are not reaching the mat, you can really try to rest the blocks and keep your hands on the blocks, or rest your fingertips and just simply focus on breathing here. Activate your right heel, so you're really trying to push that right heel back, and you see how the leg suddenly gets more active. Your spine long, which means your chest forward. Focus on a sense of alignment, that you can feel the postures, also feel a ease as you are doing these postures. Take a big breath in through the nose, left leg back, hold the plank position. Again, push the hands away from your body and breathe in, breathe out here. Rest your knees to the mat. Now inhale as you take your hips back, keep your chest lifted. On the exhalation, bend your elbows, bring your chest and the chin down. Try to keep your abdomen lifted. Inhale, slide forward, rest your hands under your shoulders, uncurl the back feet. As you press into your feet, push the hands slightly away, lift your head, your chest, keep your pelvis, the front of the hips on the mat in Cobra, Bhujangasana, elbows facing backward. Exhale and rest. One more time. Inhale, push the heels of your palms away from your body, slightly forward. Exhale relax. Now curl the toes under, press into your hands, and begin to press yourself up into almost like a tabletop position. Curl the toes, lift your hips high, and just have your toes facing forward, pushing the hands away from the body, upward. Sorry, that's downward facing dog position. Breathe 3. Try to rest your mind around your navel. If the heels are not touching the mat, just bend your knees a little to push the hips further high. Try to breathe long with sense of more relaxation. Inhale, plank pose again. Exhale, the knees to the mat. Now open up your right knee to the right side. So I'm going to demonstrate the left side, so which looks something like that, right? So you are lifting your right knee all the way up, and then step the right foot in between your hands. Lift your back knee off the mat, shoulders back, chest forward, so we come back to the same position. And then on the exhalation, step your back foot to the front. Interlock your fingers, extend your arms. Exhale, relax your hands. Let's do one more time. Hands to your heart. Inhale, you can interlock your fingers or keep your hands in namaste position as well. Lift slightly higher. And then bring your weight forward and arch backwards. Exhale, bend the knees a little or not to touch your toes. Now your left leg steps back. Hold the position. Shoulders back, chest forward. Activate your back heel. And then begin to take your right leg back. Push into the base of your hands. Feel a sense of lightness in plank pose. And then bring your knees down. Now you are trying to inhale slowly back, right? Breathing back, back, and back. And then exhale the chest and the chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana, the cobra, pressing into the tops of your feet, slightly opening the front of your body. Elbows facing backward, chest more open. Exhale, rest. Press into your hands, open up, breathe in. And this time, tuck the toes under, pike your hips high, downward facing dog position. Pushing the hands away from the body. And begin to rest your knees on the mat. And then open up your left knee to the side, right? So left knee lifts up. Step the foot in between. Right knee lifts off the mat. You're looking forward. Exhale, step to meet the right. Interlock your fingers, stretch your arms, and exhale, relax your hands by the side body. Right, let's come to stand with having your feet a little or comfortably wide apart, right? So align your heel in line with the heel. The outer edges are pushing and are parallel to the edges of your mat. Your big toes are just a little in. Focus on opening the front of your hip, this area right here. So keep one hand onto your back and see if you can push your hips slightly forward. So extension of your hips, and squeeze your hips tight. And relax. Simply expand your arms, roll your shoulders back and down, and reach your hands further in opposite direction. And you're breathing. Breathing 1. Fingers and the thumb could be touching. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Rest your hands for a moment. Inhale, right arm elongates. Stretch your right hand to the left side, side stretch. If that feels fine into your neck, you may turn and try to look at your right palm. Focus on pushing into your right foot and reaching your right hand away from the right foot, right? So you are creating that nice lateral stretch of the spine, and breathe. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, open. Exhale, rest your hands. Inhale, expand. Exhale, rest your right hand, lift your left arm. Lengthen your spine, create space right here first, and then come into a little side stretch, turning your head and looking maybe at your left fingertips or your palm. 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. Begin to hop or walk your feet to the center of your mat, right? So you can walk your feet by heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in, heels in, feet facing forward. Now you can again try to open the legs in the same way. So heels out, toes out, heels out, toes out, and then heels just a little out. So again, we are in the same stance. Your right foot, so I'm going to mirror your right toes face 90-degree, left hip back. So you want to keep the body facing forward towards me. Expand your arms, open up your arms sideways, and then simply keep your shoulders over the hips. Just feel your body in space, and then bend your right knee. And as you bend your right knee, you're pushing into your back foot. So you're creating even stance, even weight distribution, open, and try to look at your right fingertips. Open up your right knee a little backward so you create space into your hip joint and draw the stomach muscle slightly in. Now, if this is enough, you simply stay or try to rest your hips further down. Now, if your knee is pushing past your ankle, maybe your stance is not too wide, right? So focus on doing these simple practices but with a good alignment, and then simply breathe into it, feel it. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasan, second position. Take your left hand slightly a little back and breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Straighten your right knee, right toes in, hands to the waist, take some rest. Again, focus on the front of your hips, squeeze your hips, and try to keep your hips in extension. Now, your left toes are facing to the left side. Notice how the right hip also faces slightly forward. So you want the hip back. Open up your arms, expand, breathe in, and rest your eyes, your gaze, what you call drishti point, to the left fingertips, and sit your hips just a little first. You don't want to push directly in a position, so give yourself a little time to deepen the postures. Now, breathing in, breathing out, you may sit a little lower. Notice again, if you're leaning far forward, try to pull that right hand a little back and find your stance. Knee a little back, stomach muscles in, and find qualities of ease in your practice, right? So, one of the tips to success in a practice is no matter what position you're holding, and as you feel a sense of discomfort, which is very normal, there should also be ease to hold so that you can breathe nice, long, and deep. 3, 2, and 1. Straighten your left knee, point your toes forward, hands to the waist, and relax. Now, again, you can hop or you can walk, heel toe movement, or this time you can hop your feet together. Nice. Have your feet comfortably wide apart. We will come into some simple balancing exercise. Begin to hug your right knee in to your chest, right? So focus first at a point forward and down. Interlock your fingers and try to stand tall. Flex your right toes. Press into your left foot and focus on your spine long. Mind connecting to the left big toe, right? You're really wanting to press into the left big toe. Nice stance. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Right foot down, take a breath in. Exhale the left knee in towards your chest. Flex the toes and press into the base of your right foot. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Feet just a little wide apart. Your toes are little outward. So are the knees. Now you're opening the knees a little out to the side. And then try to, again, focus on a nice alignment. Try to keep your stomach muscles in and relax your hands and try to sit as low as you can, right? And go slowly. Breathe in. Exhale a little down. Breathe in. Exhale a little down. Breathe in. Exhale a little down. Now you can stay here or you can slowly sit your hips, create a little shorter space in between your feet if that's more comfortable, what we call malasana, a squat position. Try to keep the spine nice and upright and breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Begin to press into your feet and try to come upright, right? And relax. I'm going to show this to you from, again, the side view, keeping your feet a little wide, feet a little diagonal, so are the knees. Try not to lean forward to sit. So you really want to use the strength of your legs and make your legs strong, also at the same time being aware of your posture. Relax your hands. Hands forward really helps. Breathe in. Stomach muscles in. Sit low, slow. 1, 2. Focus on your breathing. 3, 4, 5. You can stop anywhere and then hold it just a couple of times. Now, when it comes to standing, again, you don't want to lean forward to stand, right? You want to try to stand upright straight by pushing into your feet. Slowly, slowly come all the way. Relax. Let's come into some closing postures. Resting your hips and stretching your legs forward. Now bend the knees a little or a lot in order to keep the spine upright. Flex your toes. Your toes are pointing backward. You're digging the heels down, right? This is the base of most seated position. So again, nice form. Stretch your hands forward, back of the neck long, and you're looking beyond your toes. Hands in Namaste. Interlock your fingers, stretch your arms, and then reach forward, right? You're trying to lengthen your spine. Reach forward. Your hands could be landing on your shin, on your two big toes, outer edges of your feet, wherever you are focused on. Breathing in, straighten your arms first. If your body allows, slightly slide your heels to the front. Take a long inhale, exhale a little deeper. This is the seated stretch called Paschimottanasana, the stretch of the west. And breathe. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, straighten your arms and relax your hands. Let's come into our bound angle. So let's come into the bound angle position. All right, the squishy this has seemed to come off, but that's fine. All right, have the soles of the feet together. Right, you can walk your hips a little forward or the heels back, whatever works for you, and try to sit up more upright, right? Just more upright, and then flutter your knees side to side. In Hindi, actually, there's this, the name of the asana, some people call it Titli asana, right? So butterfly. And when I heard the name of the pose, Titli asana, it brought so many childhood memories, right? So see if you can also kind of notice that how these postures connect to us. Yeah, and some memories they may bring back. And continue. And continue. And begin to release and relax. Stretch your legs towards the front of your mat. Take a moment very slowly. Now we're going to get into a little core work, which means try to follow the directions, do the best what you can. Anything going on with the back, please modify and do what feels is right for you. Now you want to have your knees bent. You're digging the heels into the mat, right? So you're pushing the heels away from the body, flexing the toes back, hands interlock, stretch your hands lightly back, right? So you create a certain sense of rounding, flexion of your spine, just like the cat pose. So you're rounding, and then very slowly, one vertebra at a time. Try not to let your heels lift. And see if you can stop the movement and sit up tall. Now you can also release your hands, palms parallel. Same thing. Breathe in. Exhale, go back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go back. Two more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hold it. You may lift your right leg up. You can also take support of your fingers, left leg up, or stretch your hands forward and then slowly come onto rest onto your mat. Have your knees bent, your feet are flat on the mat. Walk your heels a little closer to the hips. Hands are resting by the side body. Press into the base of your hands, into your feet. Shift your kind of tilt your pelvis a little forward, right? So you're tipping your pelvis forward and then lift your hips as high as you can. Again, slide your shoulder blades a little closer. Press, 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 and lift. Feel the stretch into the front of your thighs. Hips tight, hands resting, and keep your neck stable and focus on your breathing. 2, 3, 2, and 1. Gently rest your hips down. Right leg up, left leg up. Open up your legs a little wide, and then bend your knees. Try to catch around your thighs whatever you can hold, or the outer edges of your feet. All right, so this pose, I really like the name. In Hindi, we call it Anand Balasan, happy baby pose position, right? So, see if you can connect to a state of just being in bliss, right? Just being finding that happiness in this present moment. Find the joy in your practice, right? Release expectations and just breathe and feel and be. Release your feet, rest your feet all the way and relax. Stretch your left heel forward, hug your right knee into your chest, and then take your right knee to the left side, press your right shoulder to the mat, and open up your chest into a twist. You can look to the right, or you can keep your head in neutral position as well. Important to keep your right shoulder down. And breathe. Come back to the center. Right leg forward, left knee in to your chest. Exhale, take the knee to the right side and maintain the left shoulder to the mat. Again, you can look right. You can also look left. You can look to the center. Again, to become more aware of your body, what positions feel good into your neck. And then come back to the center. Begin to take your time to find a laying down position. If you have a bolster or a blocks, bolster or a cushion, you can keep them to the back of your knees. Relax your arms, allow some space around your armpits, keeping your hands away from the body. Let the knees, the toes naturally fall out to the side. Relax, walk your shoulder blades closer, broaden through your shoulders and relax. Let there be a natural space between your teeth and your lips. And your tongue may detach if it is touching the roof of the mouth.